A big shout out to Anchor for making the best podcast in the whole wide universe possible. Thank you, Anchor, for letting us create easily a podcast like this, And if you wanted to try out Anchor, just go to anchor.fm/start and try. Download their app, guys, and start creating your own podcast. Start earning money with it, Start expressing yourself. Go ahead, record, and have fun. Have fun with this podcast. Thank you, Anchor, for making this podcast possible. Thank you so much. Now, back to the episode. Hey, what's up, extraordinary people? Welcome back to Not Your Ordinary Podcast. My name again is Paul, and welcome sa inyo, sa mga nakikinig sa atin. Sa mga bagong nakikinig, kung ikaw ay bago, welcome ka dito. At kung ikaw naman ay dati nang nakikinig, at alam mo na ngayon lang ulit ako nagbabalik, welcome ulit. Maraming salamat sa patuloy na pagsuporta ninyo. Thank you so much sa mga nakikinig sa atin. And to be reminded, we have Twitter account nga pala, guys. So pwede kayong makipagkulitan sa atin doon. Meron tayong Twitter account at NYO Podcast Ever. Nakalimutan ko. Titignan ko ulit to make sure. Basta hanapin nyo Not Your Ordinary Podcast. Pero yung @handle niya is... Eto, wait lang, hanapin ko. Eto. NYO Podcast Ever. At NYO Podcast Ever. Yan, Not Your Ordinary Podcast. So, see you there, guys. Makipagkulitan kayo doon sa amin. And we will share updates from time to time kung ano mga nangyayari sa amin sa podcast. And of course, ano pa ba? Don't forget to like this or to share, to rate us in iTunes. Malaking bagay ito. Malaking bagay yun, guys, yung pag-rate nyo sa amin sa iTunes. Or yung pag-share sa inyong mga news feeds, sa inyong mga social media. Thank you so much, guys. And ano pa ba? Mga shoutout natin. Shoutout doon sa mga followers natin. Kung gusto nyo talagang i-shoutout kayo, guys, na specifically, please, let us know in our Twitter. Yeah, meron naman tayong Twitter account and social media sa Facebook. Kunti ko na makalimutan, meron din tayong Facebook account. At kung gusto nyo, kung may mga tanong kayo, may mga suggestion, may mga recommendations, or kung anong gusto nyong i-share, pwede kayong magsulat. Pwede kayong magbahagi sa amin ng inyong mga kwento, experiences, mga tanong, etc. By the way, guys, I'm not a professional anything or professional coach, pero I have experience as a life guide, kumbaga. Yan. So pwede kayong magtanong sa akin. Pwede kayong humingi ng advice, ganyan. Syempre sa edad ba naman natin, no? Mga batang 90s dyan, hello mga kabatch ko. Kung alam nyo na yung ibig ko sabihin. Kung alam nyo yung mga kanta ng Westlife, yan, mga A1, yan, mga kabatch ko kayo. Huwag kayong mag-alala. So, ano nga ba ang pag-uusapan natin? Pag-uusapan natin ngayong araw na ito. So, yan. Ano nga ba yung pag-uusapan natin? Teka lang, ilalagin ko yung ating Twitter para alam nyo. Yan. Baka may mga nag-message sa atin. Yan. Yun. Okay, basta follow na lang kayo, guys. Soon, may mga follower na pala tayo. Yun, shout out sa Huntahan Nights. Sino pa ba? Ayan, teka lang, confirmation pa kay Twitter. Ayan. I am not a robot, Twitter. Eto. Parang, guys, para ba akong hinihika, ganyan. Feedback naman sa boses, no? Kasi kinakabahan ako, ganyan. Kinakabahan. Yun, shout out sa Zoom Out Session. Podcast din siya. A podcast where George and Dylan, two 20-something ex-neighbors, keep their sanity while coursing through ups and downs of their 20s. Yan. Shout out sa mga followers natin kay Ravin. Ang daming E. Yan. Pogipedia sa Huntahan Nights. Yan. Shout out sa inyo. Kay Sir Rafael Corpus, co-host natin, si Rap. Ayan. Kay GBBT Team, Girl Boy Bakla Tomboy. Kay Vicmar Novida at Tita VC Vlogs. Yeah, Vicky Vlogs. Ganyan. Kay at Cope with Carissa. Yan, Coping with Carissa. Mga podcasters yung mga yan. Shoutout po sa inyo. Mabuhay ang Pinoy podcasting industry, and I've been dreaming of this moment, this time na maraming Pinoy nang mahuhumaling sa pakikinig sa mga podcast, no? Kasi it started talaga nung maliit pa ako. Hindi yung podcast, yung pagkahilig ko sa mga ganito, yung mga talk show, ganyan, sa AM, radio. While others are listening to music sa FM, ako mas parang cool sa akin yung makinig do sa mga sa AM, yan, mga radio drama, minsan mga balita, mga talk show, mga ganyan. Naalala ko may pinakikinggan ako noon, Heartline, yan tuwing gabi sa DCAS. Yan, kung alam niyo yan. Hindi ko alam kung meron pang ganun ngayon, pero kung meron pa, just let me know. And ano pa ba? Ayun, nawala ako. Basta kasi sobrang nagbo-boom yung podcast industry dito sa Pilipinas, and I'm so proud dahil isa tayo sa mga nauna or 'di ba, mga pioneering podcast dito sa Pilipinas, no? And marami na nagsusulputan na iba. Pero guys, ang kilang dyan is consistency, yung production value mo, yung sa audience mo, you really love what you are doing. Ayun yung pinakamahalaga dun eh. So, yun. Ano na lang yun, secondary na lang kung may mag-sponsor rin nyo, di ba? Well, syempre maganda. Pero, di ba, out of passion, kaya natin ginagawa ito. And we want to share, to voice out our opinion, yung minsan damdamin natin. Podcasting is the new vlogging, BLOGGING. Kasi yung vlog, hindi pa yan mawawala eh. So medyo matagal-tagal pa yan yung vlogging. Pero itong podcasting, although matagal na rin siyang nag-exist, even before na matawag yung vlog as talagang vlog, no, mga vloggers o YouTubers, podcasting exists na even before. So yo guys, naalala ko ang inspiration ko. Di muna tayo sa history muna tayo ng podcasting, listenership ko. Ayun, naalala ko yung nakikinig ako sa yung pinaka talaga nag-encourage sa akin na gumawa ng podcast talaga is yung lore. Alam mo yung lore kay Aaron Mahnke. Tapos ayun, nakikinig din ako ng mga foreign kasi yun noon eh. Kasi talagang bibihira pa lang yung mga Pinoy na pakinggan ko, or meron ako napakinggan noon dati, Sinigang, pero based sila sa US. So kung nakikinig po kayo, shout out po sa Sinigang. Ayan. And then yun, ano pa ba, Smart Passive Income. Yun yung mga paborito kong pinakikinggan habang bumabiyaya ko, habang papunta akong school, pauwi, instead na makinig ng music, diba? May mga natututunan ako, may mga nakukuha akong insights. And then eventually yun, na-inspire na ako talagang gumawa ng podcast dito, yung sa lore, ayan. Ay, meron pa isa, yung Anything Goes. Mahilig ako sa mga something spooky stuff. Kaya yun, yung lore talaga OG yun since 2006 yata yun, podcast na siya. Tapos ayun, I ended up being a member, supporting that page or supporting that podcast na up until now I enjoy their advanced episode, mga ganyan-ganyan. So yun, I created a podcast called Stories Philippines Podcast. Stories Philippines Podcast na siya ngayon. Pero dati yung Takutan Podcast, ganun. Basta is more on spooky stuff, spooky side stuff. Pero kung gusto nyo ring mapakinggan, punta lang kayo doon. Stories Philippines Podcast. Yan, guys. Tapos ayun, hanggang sa ito, nag-boom na ang podcasting industry. Ang dami na nagsulputan. Ang gaganda ng mga production. Talaga kapag ang Pinoy nag-dominate sa isang bagay, talagang asahan mo. Sobrang galing, sobrang ganda, sobrang saya. Diba? Hanggang sa yung Spotify nga, yan na nag-ano na sila ng mga podcast na gawang Pinoy, di ba? So sana tayo is palarin din, no? Mga tulad ng iba dyan na mga iba dyan siya, baka naman Spotify. Di katulad ng iba na alam mo yun, talagang pinalad talaga na out of their passion. Yan talaga. Gusto mo lang ngayon, talaga magiging consistent na tayo sa pagpa-podcast, no? And I want to share everything na nalalaman ko or mga insights ko, mga nasa sa isip ko sa inyo, no? So yun, balik tayo sa shout out. Medyo napahaba ang ating intro. I hope nag-enjoy naman kayo, guys. So balik tayo sa shout out kay Stuck on You 0329. Yon. Thanks for following yun nga, Zoom Out Sessions, the MTG Show Pod. The MTG Show Podcast. Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. Yan. Yan, di ba? Ang galing from ito, coping up, mga sari-saring talk show, pati yung, ito nga, sa wrestling, about wrestling, podcast. Grabe, guys. So, I encourage you na gumawa rin, no? Sama-sama tayo dito. Voice out whatever you want. Voice out everything na nalalaman nyo. It's time to share. It's time to share that passion. So be one of us, guys. Shoutout din sa eto na nga PH. Yan, usapang kwela, walang kwenta, di ba? Mga ganyan. Isaw Chronicles. Pinoy podcasters sa Noipi YouTubers. Yon. Yan. Shoutout sa inyo, guys. Thank you so much. At ayun, ano nga ba yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong araw na ito? Yan, dito na tayo sa pag-uusapan natin. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is yung mga habits na dapat mong i-give up to feel more confident. O, diba? Meron pala nun. Oo, guys, merong mga ganun na dapat nating i-give up when we feel na dapat. Kasi, we're losing confidence from time to time, no? So, ano nga ba yung mga habit na yon? Meron akong ibabahagi sa inyo na 4 na habit na siguro sa akin na meron din ako na dapat nating i-give up. Diba? Dapat nating pakawalan para we feel more confident. Diba? Ako, sa totoo lang, I'm not really confident. Kaya nga ito, nag-podcast tayo, hindi tayo nag-vlog kasi medyo mahihayin tayo, ganyan. Pero, kapag boses lang, record lang, di ba? You feel more comfortable. So, let this behavior go and your natural confidence will rise. So, yawn. Sige, simulan na natin. Excited na ba kayo? So, we all have part of our lives where we'd like to feel more confident. Yun. Meron daw tayong part ng lives natin na na gusto natin parang mas confident tayo, ganyan, di ba? Una, maybe you wish you were confident enough to speak up more often and more often at work and express yourself. Di ba? Kasi hindi ko naman nilalat pero karamihan sa atin, di ba? Okay, basta gawin yung trabaho ng maayos, pabayaan na lang yung sinasabi ng iba, o kung may mga naririnig tayo, ganyan. Diba? Maybe may time na winish mo na sana confident ka na mag-speak up, na hindi ka na lang oo ng oo, na alam mong mali, diba? O kaya may mga nakikita kang ginagawa ng mga colleagues mo, ng mga co-workers mo na alam mong mali, na you wish somehow na more confident ka to speak up, to stand with truth, di ba? Ayun, lalo na kung usapang morality or di ba, yung standards ng company nako-compromise and alam mong mali yun. Pangalawa, maybe you want to be more confident when it comes to dating and romance. Yeah. Marahil, gusto mo yung mas confident ka pagdating sa dating and romance. Wala rin ako nito. Patay tayo dyan. Parang, patungkol din yata sa akin ito So yun, di ba? Wala tayo. Kumbaga may sinasabi nila, torpe. Lalo sa mga lalaki. Di ba? Lalo sa atin, natotorpe tayo. Siguro, winish natin na minsan, sana mas malakas yung kasing lakas ng loob ko, yung kasing lakas ng loob niya, yung loob ko, diba? Or maybe you wish you had enough confidence to finally start that new business you've been dreaming of. There are lots of missed opportunities, ika nga, na maybe winish mo kung naging confident lang ako, kung hindi lang ako naging mahiyain, din sana may business na akong gustong gusto ko talaga, di ba? Yung ganun, lahat tayo guilty dyan sa mga bagay na yan Yun lang yung mga example So guys, kayo, kung tatanungin ko kayo, kung question of the day, just let me know kung napakinggan nyo tong part na to or kung nakapakinig kayo ng podcast. Just mention us on Twitter na sagutin nyo yung tanong nito. What things na hiniling mo na sana nagawa mo kung confident ka lang? Ano yung mga bagay na sana nagawa mo kung confident ka lang, kung sapat lang yung confidence mo? Just let us know sa Twitter. And magandang discussion yan, guys. Ayun. So, ito-tweet ko na siya ngayon. Sige, kung gusto nyo. As time of recording, talagang live na live tayo. Walang script. Ito lang binabasa ko pero anything. Yan. So, tweet tayo. What are the things that you wish? What are the things that you wish na may confidence ka sana? What are the things that you wish na may confidence ka sana? What are the things that you wish na nagawa mo if may nagawa mo yan sana if may confidence ka, if may enough confidence ka. Yan. Magandang yan. Yan. So balik tayo sa topic, no? Sa tanong, what are the things that you wish na nagawa mo sana? Medyo mali yung tweet ko. Delete natin ulit. Baguhin natin. Hala. What are the things that you wish na nagawa mo sana if may enough confidence ka? And what are the things that you wish na nagawa mo sana if may enough confidence ka? Ayun, guys. Ano nga ba yung mga bagay na sana nagawa mo kung meron kang lakas ng loob? While everybody knows what it feels like to lack confidence, here's the thing most people don't realize about how confidence work. Ito yung mga bagay na karamihan sa atin hindi natin nare-realize na ganito pala gumagawa or ganito pala nangyayari ang confidence. Ganito pala nagmamanifest ang confidence, or how does the confidence really works. Yan. Feeling confident is often about what you do less of and not more of. Yun yung tatandaan nyo lagi, guys. Feeling confidence is often about what you do less of. Hindi yung more. Tandaan nyo. Naiintindihan nyo ba? Yung pagiging confident daw is madalas yun yung ginagawa mo na na hindi mo madalas gawin. Kumbaga, hindi yung ulit. Yung pagiging confident daw, madalas yun yung yung less often mong ginagawa kesa yung mas often mong ginagawa. Kasi ang hirap sa Tagalog, hirap Tagalogin. Yun na lang. Feeling confident is often about what you do less of, not more of. Yon. Specifically, many of us have subtle habits in our lives that keep away at our self-confidence and add to our insecurities. But if you can learn to identify and eliminate these confidence-killing habits, you'll find that you're naturally more confident than you realize. Yun. Kung ma-identify natin itong mga confidence-killing na habit na hindi tayo aware na ginagawa pala natin, siguro mas confident tayo. Tignan natin, I'm so excited for this. Number 1, trusting your feelings. Ayan, sinasabi na. Trusting your feelings. Ang core dilemma daw when it comes to confidence is that your feelings override your values. Ayan. Ano mo na? Inuna mo yung mga feeling mo. Feeling mo ganito, feeling mo ganyan. You ended up being regretful or mas nawalan ka ng confidence kasi yung feeling mo ganito, ganyan. At yun nga, yung values mo, yung proposition mo sa buhay, override dahil sa feeling na yan. Diba? Nagpapakatanga ka. Nagpapaka-bobo ka. Kumbaga, diba? Yung sinasabi nila sa pag-ibig, nagpapaka-bobo ka sa pag-ibig. You want to ask that cute guy out, yung value mo. But you feel anxious and self-conscious. Yun yung feeling mo. You are anxious kasi yun yung gusto mong gawin. You want to ask that guy or that girl na for a date, ganyan. Pero you are so anxious and yun, yung self-consciousness mo. Yun yung feeling. Feeling mo hindi ka magugustuhan, feeling mo tatanggihan ka, feeling mo pangit ka, feeling mo lang yun. Diba? Feeling mo re-reject ka. So, you keep talking to your friends the moment slips by and your opportunity is gone. So, tanong ka ng tanong, kumbaga kwento ka na lang ng kwento, hindi mo naman ginagawa. So, ayun, imbis na may chance ka, mas lalong nawala. Diba? Kasi tinrust mo yung feeling mo, feeling ko ganyan, feeling ko ganito. Example pa dito, a great idea occurs to you during your weekly meeting and you want to share it with your boss. Oh, may idea na biglang nag-pop up sa isip mo. Uy, maganda yun. Ayun yung value. Ayun yung tinatawag na value Pero, you immediately start worrying that she'll think it will be silly or dumb or i-reject niya. Ayun yung feeling mo. Pero, feeling mo, ay baka i-reject, huwag na lang. Ganun. Ay, may idea ako. Ay, huwag na lang kasi baka i-reject. Ganyan. Ay, meron akong gustong sabihin kay boss. Ay, sige, huwag na lang, baka i-reject. Ganun. So you keep quiet and don't mention it na lang. So you tend to keep quiet na lang. Pag walang bahala na lang, let others do the thing that kahit na alam mo na mas meron kang much better idea, pinapalagpas mo na lang yung pagkakataon. Hindi mo alam baka yung pala yung way for your promotion, di ba? Or hindi mo alam kung yung pala yung way para umunlad yung buhay mo. Yung that idea na sana ginawa mo. Marami akong ganyan guys. Especially dito sa industry natin ngayon. May mga idea ko na sana ginawa ko. 'Di ba? Sa podcasting, ganyan. Even sa YouTube, may mga idea ko na sana pala ganito ginawa ko. Di sana ako yung mas nauna doon. 'Di ba? Sana pala mas ginalingan ko noon para ngayon. May mga ganun tayo sana pala. May mga regrets tayo na alam natin na it will work much better if ginawa talaga natin. Pero nga, naunahan tayo ng hiya, naunahan tayo ng lack of self-confidence. One way to look at these examples is that if you had felt more confident, you would have been able to act on your values. Yun nga gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, if sana lang na mas naging more confident ka, edi sana yung inisip mong idea na yon is nalagyan mo ng action. The trouble with this is you can't just make yourself feel confident anymore than you can make yourself feel happy or in love. Diba? So, feeling confident comes from acting on your values despite feeling afraid. Ayun yung tatandaan nyo guys. Don't ever trust your feeling or your feelings 100%. Don't ever trust or you'll miss opportunity or you'll miss something na dapat you have acted upon pala. Whoever knows that it might change your life, diba? So yun, tandaan nyo guys, feeling confident comes from acting on your values. Comes from quote-unquote acting. Acting, not thinking or not talking on your values. Despite, quote-unquote, despite feeling afraid. Kahit na you felt afraid, diba? But you act upon it. It will change your life. If you habitually avoid asking people out, you're going to habitually feel anxious about it. And if you habitually avoid speaking up during meetings, you're going to habitually feel nervous about it. Yan, guilty na naman ako dito. Guilty na naman ako dito, guys. Diba? I feel a lot of I missed a lot of opportunities dahil lang nawalan ako ng confidence na asking out that girl, ganyan. Or speaking up about my idea. Or, dahil baka, sige, mas magaling naman siya sa akin. Parang ganun. Sige, ganun na lang. Okay. Ganun yung mga mindset na ganun. Hindi. Baka hindi naman siya pumayag kapag inask ko siya na i-date ko siya, ganyan. Kaya, ito mahilig pa tayong pabiro-biro, di ba? Pahapyaw-hapyaw pa tayo minsan. Paano pa tayo. Na hindi na lang natin diretsuhin. Minsan ganun. Kasi nga nahihiya tayo, dinadaan natin minsan sa biro or sa parinig, ganyan siguro. If you're asking somebody to have a date with us, ganyan. And yun, guilty tayo dyan sa mga ganyang bagay. I hope na ako personally ganun. So sana naman hindi lang ako. Yan, di ba? On the other hand, if you ask someone out despite feeling anxious, kahit na feeling mo i-reject ka or feeling mo baka sampaling ka na lang, ganyan. Speak up during or speak up during a meeting despite being afraid or getting criticized or baka papagalitan ka pa, ganyan. You will start to feel more confident. Ang nakikita ko dito yung overcoming your fear. Diba? So one of the reasons it's so hard to act on our values when our feelings are pulling us away with fear is because we're in the habit of trusting our feelings implicitly. Yan nga yung sinasabi ko. Ayan na, nandiyan na yung fear, nandiyan na yung takot. Kasi tinatrust nga natin yung feeling natin implicitly. So doon na nag-overtake yung takot. Yung fear over confidence. Doon na. Instead na confidence, imagine niyo feeling. Yung feeling nyo tapos bigla nang mag-manifest into fear. Tapos yung confidence, imbis na mataas, wala matatabunan. Ganon, guys. Our culture tends to glorify feelings and emotion. Think of any and every Disney movie you've ever seen. Diba? Everywhere. Or kahit anong movie. Diba? Gina-glorify yung feelings tsaka yung emotions. Even fear, diba? Unfortunately, this unqualified trust in feelings is misguided. Yan, yung pagdating na sa mga media, mga social media, mga traditional media, sa mga TV, sa mga palabas. Ayan. Doon na doon na tawag doon. Mali yung natuturo, kumbaga. Kaya yung generation talaga ngayon, yung bagong generation ngayon talaga. Kinain na ng sistema talaga, literal, kumbaga. Kasi nag-glorify na yung feeling, ang babata pa, ganyan, napapanood sa TV, mga love story, ganyan. Samantalang tayo, kung may mga nakaka-relate dito. Siniskwela, Iraya Manowari, mga ganyan, yung mga palabas naman, mga educational. Pambira, 15 years old yata ako nag-text pa. Text yung ganyan, naglalaro yung ganun. Or naghahabol-habol lang pa sa labas. Ngayon, pambihira, 9, 8 years old. 10 years old. Grabe. Love life na. So sobrang distorted. Sobrang nadidistort yung values na meron noon kumpara ngayon dahil sa media. So importante talaga to yung ganito, yung ginagawa nating podcasting, di ba? I hope na maraming mga kabataan ang mahumaling sa pakikinig ng podcast at sila din gumawa sila ng ganito para ma-voice out din nila yung kanilang side, yung kanilang opinion, kanilang views pagdating sa mga bagay-bagay. Diba? Maganda yung ganito, guys. Your feelings will lead you astray at least as often as they will help you. So, madalas, naliligaw tayo ng feeling natin. Pwede tayong mailigaw kesa matulungan. Diba? Hindi ko naman sinasabing forget about your feelings na. Pero sabi dito kasi, mas madalas na naililigaw tayo ng feeling natin if mali. Tandaan nyo, if mali, if sa maling pag-iisip, if sa maling paraan. Diba? Kasi may mga pagkakataon talaga na tama rin talaga na yung inaano ng feeling natin Mga instinct kumbaga. So yun guys, it's important to listen to your emotions but never trust them. Ayan na, it's important to listen to your emotions but never trust them. Never ever trust your emotion. Guys, kaya na sabi ko sa previous episode natin, huwag tayo magde-decide kapag high yung emotion natin. Kung galit tayo or sobra tayong masaya. Kasi it will change. It may change kapag na-realize natin or kapag naisip natin, teka, parang mali yung sinabi ko. Parang parang iba yun. Parang masyado akong nag-get carried away. Yun yung sinasabi nila, masyado akong nag-get carried away. Diba? Ayan, nabilang nyo na ba kung ilang diba na ako? Ayun. Give up the habit of trusting your feelings blindly, ha? Trusting your feelings blindly. Not entirely, but trusting your feelings blindly. And be prepared to ignore them and follow your values instead. Yun, following your values. Ano nga ba yung pinaninindigan mo? Ano nga ba yung pinaniniwalaan mo? Saan ka nag-i-stand? Follow them. Follow them. Once your mind sees you acting on your values despite how you feel, you will start to feel truly confident. Yun. Kapag nakita mo na raw na you are acting on your values despite how you feel, ayan na, dyan na nagsisimula yung totoong confidence. Hindi yabang, hindi pride, kundi yung totoong confidence. Kasi despite how you feel, despite nahihirapan ka, but you are strong enough to overcome that fear and you started to gain confidence. May quote dito, si Debbie Millman, ang sabi niya, "Courage is the birthplace of confidence." Courage. Are you a man or woman of courage? Diba? Be courageous. Be courageous, guys. Be courageous. And it is the start of confidence. Not pride. Hindi pride. Kasi iba yung yung over courageous, nagiging mayabang na yun. But the right courage in the right time, in the right place, in the right timing is the birthplace of confidence. Yan yung sinabi ni Debbie Millman. Number 2. Yan, number 2. Number 2 pa lang tayo. Ayan. People pleasing. Ayun yung isang habit. People pleasing. People pleaser ka ba? Nako, dapat alisin mo na yan. Most people don't like conflict. In fact, most people are so afraid of conflict that they'll go to some pretty extreme lengths to avoid it. Isa ka ba dito sa mga ganito? Nako, ano na yan? I-give up na natin yan. Ito ay mga example na masasabi nating people pleaser. I worked with a client once who turned down a major promotion at work because she was afraid it would cause too much friction with another coworker. Sinong piniplease niya dun? Siyempre, yung iba, yung mga coworkers niya, ayaw na lang niya para lang walang gulo, para lang masabing siguro, ano rin siya, mabait siya, ganyan. Or hindi siya gumagawa ng gulo. Another client basically gave up spending time with his friends because his wife would get jealous and judgmental almost anytime he spent time away from her. Nagets nyo? So, another client daw basically gave up spending time with his friends because his wife would get jealous and judgmental almost every time. Kapag hindi kasama or hindi, gusto niyang i-please na lang yung asawa niya. Kahit ma-compromise din yung relationship na sa ibang tao kasi napaka-silosa, ganyan. Guys, wag kayong ganun. Sa side naman, wag guys. Kasi lalo na kapag matagal na magkakaibigan yan. Ito tip lang. Lalo kapag matagal na magkakaibigan yung mga yan at mas nauna pa silang nakilala kaysa sa'yo. You can't just tell your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend na to dump their friends or to dump whoever it is. Kasi mas naunang nakilala niya sila kaysa sa'yo. And paano na lang kapag di ba? Siya yung mga matatakbuhan. Sila yung mga matatakbuhan. Wag yung pagsisilosan. Please lang, wag kayong ganun. Lalo sa mga babae, guys. Mga ate. Wag yung aanuhin na masyado yung mga lalaki, mga boyfriend nyo, lalo kapag they're spending time with their friends. Kung lalo na kung minsanan lang. Wag naman kayong sobrang selosa o kung ano nung iniisip, diba? So, yun nyo lang. Trust them, diba? Value your relationship. You know na sign din yun na binavalue ng asawa mo or ng boyfriend mo yung relationship niya with his friends. So, good thing yun. Diba? Kasi he's keeping up. So, dapat mas matuwa ka, hindi yung pagsiselosan mo. Kasi, ang toxic nun Sa totoo lang toxic yung ganon. So, wag ganon. Eto, sabi dito, but sometimes fear of conflict leads to many smaller, though not necessarily less significant, sacrifices. May fear ka sa conflict. Ayaw mo na lang magsalita, ayaw mo na lang gawin, ayaw mo na lang mag-stand up. Mga example dito is never eating at your favorite restaurant because you just go with whatever your partner suggests. Oo ka na lang ng oo sa sinasabi ng partner mo kahit alam mo na hindi mo naman talaga gustong kumain. Kunyari, dun sa gusto niya na restaurant or dun sa kakainan nyo na alam mo na pangit yung pagkain doon, ganyan. Pero since sige, oo ka na lang, ganyan, para lang ma-please siya. Ganon, di ba? Hindi ka magsasuggest ng much better. Sabi. Next is always saying yes and taking on too many tasks because you don't want to say no and disappoint people. So nagpapakamartir ka naman. Oo ka na lang ng oo. Inuutusan ka na. Kahit hindi na scope ng work mo or ng trabaho mo, oo ka na lang ng oo. Dahil you are afraid to disappoint people. Marahil ako siguro guilty ako dito. Dahil ayoko na lang ng may magagalit. Ayoko na lang ng ng gulo, ng argumento. Okay, oo na lang ako kahit sa loob ko. Nagiging anxious ako, I feel parang walang kwenta, walang silbi kasi dahil, sige, kayo na lang, sige, ganun. Okay, wag niyo lang pakinggan yung sinasabi ko. Ganun. Siguro naman, minsan sa buhay natin, naranasan nyo rin yung ganyan. Just let me know, guys, na kung talagang nakaka-relate kayo, no? And, sabi dito, next example is never watching your favorite type of movie because your roommate or friend hates that type of show. Kunyari, may liga sa Korean drama o K-drama pero yung mga roommate mo, yung mga friend mo ayaw yun. Kesa magalit sila, ayaw mo na lang din. Diba? Ayaw mo na lang, sige, wag na lang, iba na lang, na lang tayo, action, barilan, ganyan. Kahit ayaw mo. Pero dahil sa pakikisama, quote-unquote pakikisama, ayun, hindi mo alam, nagiging people pleaser ka na pala. Are you a people pleaser? Kung may mga ganito kang habit, kung yung mga example na sinabi ko, kung mga ganon yung nagagawa mo or minsan mong nagawa, yes, you are a people pleaser and that habit is you need to let go or to give up kasi hindi siya magiging maganda in the long run pagdating sa self-confidence mo. Whatever the details of your specific situation, here's what you need to know about being a people pleaser. Ito yung mga kailangan nating malaman about sa pagiging people pleaser. When you habitually prioritize other people's wants and needs before your own, you train your mind to devalue itself. Iyan, ganyan na ganyan ako. Noon, ngayon hindi na. Yung pala yun, guys. Yan yung nagiging nun. So, hindi ko alam. I'm a people pleaser pala. At ngayon ko lang din nalaman at may dumadaan na ambulance. Ayan. Pasensya na guys kung may naririnig kayong kung ano-ano. Kasi araw ako nag-record ngayon kasi tulog ako magdamag. Hindi naman magdamag pero I tend not to record last night kasi talagang tamad ako. Gusto ko lang nakahiga although daw masyadong makatulog. Ayun, anyway, back to the topic. Ayun, sabi dito, when you habitually prioritize other people's wants, pati yung needs nila before your own. Yan, dinidevalue mo yung you train your mind to devalue itself. Diba? Nawawalan ka ng sense of value sa sarili mo. Think about this. If you never stand up for yourself, of course, you're not going to feel very confident. Tama? Diba? You get the point? Tama naman, diba? If you don't stand up, even na ako, hindi ka sasabihin na ano ka, ay matapang to, may confidence to kasi hindi ka naman nag-stand up eh. Bakit kita sasabihin na confident ka or may confidence ka? Diba? Ito luckily becoming more confident is often just a matter of being a little bit more assertive with people about who you want or don't want. Yan, becoming more confident daw is often just a matter of being a little more assertive. Ano nga ba yung assertive? Yan, sabi dito, kay Google, kay Cortana. Assertive, having or showing a confident and forceful personality. Yan na, forceful personality. Assertive. Ang synonymous siya sa self-confidence, sa positivity, sa boldness, sa decisiveness. Yan, self-assurance. Yun, believing in oneself. Ayan yung ibig sabihin ng assertive. Yan. Becoming more confident is often just a matter of being a little bit more assertive with people about what you want. Lagi niyong tatandaan. Yan. Becoming more confident. Yan. Konting effort, konting konting push. Little by little, you will feel you are self-confident. Speak up. Unti-unti. Kapag may meeting, may idea, baka mas maganda po yung ganito. At least you tried. Diba? One of the simplest ways to boost your confidence is to practice asking for what you want and saying no to the things you don't want. Simple. Let your yes be yes and no be no. Diba? But the key that most people miss is to start very small. Yun. Start very small. Diba? Imagine hagdan, nasa baba ka, tapos gusto mong umakyat sa second floor. Dadaanan mo yan. Every little step. Hindi mo kaya na humakbang ng isang hakbangan. Nagigets niyo ako, guys. Nagigets niyo ako. Ayun. Start very small. Then once this becomes more comfortable, naging comfortable ka na, gradually work your way up to bigger things. Unti-unti, confidence takes practice din. Lalo kapag you have a background of talagang being truly shy, diba? Unti-unti, work things out. Every little step, one at a time. It's good to think of others. Yan ha, walang masama dyan. But if it always comes at the expense of yourself, ito na, no one will end up happy in the long run. Yan na naman tayo. Yan, may naisip ka na ba? Or ikaw na ba to? Or ako, aminado ako to. Yan. Masama yun. I mean, kapag nasobrahan, lahat ng bagay naman kapag nasobrahan, masama na. It's good to think of others, ha? It's good. But if it always comes up at the expense of yourself, no one will end up happy in the long run. Tumutunog na naman yung upuan ko. Ayun. No one will end up happy in the long run. Guys, okay lang minsan maging mabait. Pero kapag feeling mo naabuso ka na, many times naranasan ko yan. Many times talaga, guys. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, may tutulungan ka. Una, mabait. Pangalawa, nang maglaon, parang nagiging overconfident na inuutusan ka na. Diba? Dati nagpopo sa'yo, ngayon, diba? Parang parang may parang mayroong kang alaga na aso. Papakainin mo ganyan. Tapos kinakahol ka, diba? Or at worst case, kinagat ka pa. Diba? Mahirap yung ganon, guys. It's good to think about others. Good. Yes. But if alam mong na-abuse ka na, if alam mong hindi na tama to, stand up, speak up. Diba? Kasi lalo na kapag sarili mo na yung nakataya doon, no one will end up happy. no one will end up happy. Yun lang yun. Meron ditong quote, sabi pa, the reward for conformity is that everyone likes you except yourself. By Rita Mae Brown. Yan. Sabi, ano yung conformity? Conformity is a type of social influence involving a change in belief or behavior in order to fit in with a group. Conformity, nagko-conform ka. Para lang makabilong ka. Yan. Sabi dito, the reward for conformity is that everyone likes you except yourself. By Rita Mae Brown. So, don't conform. Huwag kang makiayon. Yun. Kung hindi mo gusto. Yan. Everyone likes you. Pero hindi mo gusto ng ginagawa mo. Ayun yun, guys. Kala mo positive yung quote, no? The reward of conformity is that everyone likes you except yourself. Pero ang lungkot, sobra. Third point pa lang tayo, no? Magwa 1 hour na tayo. Ang ganda kasi ng discussion natin, guys, eh. Sana nag-e-enjoy kayo. Third point, worrying about the future. Ito, isa na naman to. Ito, ako na naman. Ako yata ang pinatatamaan nung natin, no? Hindi, pero guilty tayo dito lahat. We worry about the future. Ito ay another habit na kailangan nating tanggalin para ma-boost yung self-confidence natin. Our capacity to think about the future and imagine hypothetical scenarios is a wonderful skill and tool. Walang masama doon. From anticipating your opponent's next move in a game of chess to landing a person on the moon, it clearly benefits us to be able to think about the future. Okay yun. Okay na mag-think about sa mangyayari. Diba? Walang masama dun. Sabi nga dito, and it's especially useful to anticipate problems so we can address them early before they happen. Diba? May benefit siya eh. Just imagine ito how many hypothetical problems all those engineers at NASA had to imagine before putting men in a spaceship to the moon. Imagine niyo kung ilang problema yung ilang brainstorming yung kanilang pinagdaanan or kanilang mga sinagot bago sila naging confident na okay, this is the time that we will send a man over to the moon. Diba? So, imagine nyo na lang, diba, yung mga pinagdaanan nila. But, like so many of our most impressive tools and abilities, thinking about problems in the future can be unhealthy if done for the wrong reasons. Ayan, lahat nga ng sobra nakakasama. So, if ang nagiging side effect na nito is nakakasama na sa'yo, nagiging anxious ka na, nagiging worrisome ka na, ay mali na yun. This is especially the case with our tendency to worry. Nagiging anxious na nga tayo, nade-depress pa nga tayo. Yun. Worry is unproductive problem solving. Tandaan nyo guys, worrying is unproductive problem solving. Hindi niya malulutas yung problema. Kahit anong pag-aalala mo dyan, kahit anong pag-iisip mo dyan, hindi niyan malulutas kung ano man yung problema. If you spend time thinking about something that either A, isn't really a problem, kung masyado kang paranoid, or B, isn't a problem you can do anything about. Diba? Wala ka namang magagawa doon. Bakit mo iniisip? Diba? You're likely to end up worrying. Which means you're getting all of the side effects of negative thinking like stress, anxiety, or panic with none of the benefits of genuine problem solving. Yan. Kakaisip mo, kaka-worry mo na una hindi naman dapat ika-worry or pangalawa baka hindi naman talaga problema. Di ba? Yun nga, you ended up nagiging pessimistic ka, nagiging anxious ka na, nagkakaroon ka na ng stress, nagpapanik ka. Diba? Ito, may example dito. Here's a specific example. Kunyari may asawa ka, goes on a trip to visit a relative. After seeing a news report of a plane crash in another country, you start worrying about your spouse's plane crashing. Oh my God. Even though you know that thinking about your spouse getting in a plane crash isn't helping anyone, you feel compelled to continue thinking about it, playing scenarios over and over again in your head and worrying. As a result, you feel increasingly anxious and tense. Nag-worry ka, umalis na asawa mo, tapos sumakay ng eroplano. Tapos may nabalitaan kang may bumagsak na eroplano sa ibang bansa, hindi naman sa bansa mo, ganyan. Or lalong-lalong na hindi naman dun sa destinasyon na pupuntahan ng asawa mo. Lalong-lalong hindi naman yun yung eroplano. Pero you start worrying. Hindi nakakatulong yun. Pag-aalalahin mo lang din yung makakahawa ka sa iba. Diba? Hindi nakakatulong yun. Magiging paranoid ka, napaparanoid ka. Na iniisip mo, bakit, paano kaya kung mag-crush yung ganyan. Ang dami na kagad pumapasok na negative thoughts sa sa isipan mo, kahit hindi naman dapat siya ipag-alala, kahit alam mong okay na may asawa mo. Diba? At alam mong, nangyari yung aksidente bago umalis yung asawa mo or habang bumabiyahe, diba? Or nandun na, nakarating na sa destination niya pero nag-aalala ka na naman, baka pabalik, baka gano'n na naman. Ayun yung isang example na hindi siya nakakatulong. Tapos sasabihin mo pa sa iba, ganito, ganyan. Naapektuhan mo pa iba. Nai-gets nyo guys? So why do we do it? Why do we worry if it only makes us feel bad without accomplishing anything good? Here's the thing about worry. Worry gives you the illusion of certainty. But in the end, all it does is fragilize you. Yung worrying, lang yan? Ginagawa lang yan tayong fragile. Tsaka binibigyan lang tayo ng gives the illusion of certainty kahit hindi naman talaga. Even though you can't actually solve some hypothetical problem, your spouse getting in a crash, for example, thinking about it gives you the illusion of control. It makes you feel like you're at least doing something kahit na wala. Diba? Or kahit, kahit na tawag doon, problema, kahit hindi siya problema, pinoproblema mo. But it's all a mirage. Imagination mo lang. In the end, all that worry and anxiety just chip away at your confidence. Tinatanggal niya, hindi mo alam. Yung pag-worry, tinatanggal niyan yung confidence mo. So don't worry guys. If tawag doon yung problem, alam mong wala kang control, don't worry. Diba? Don't worry. Kasi alam mo namang lilipas yan lalo kapag naranasan mo na before. Na-overcome mo na yun. So, why this? Diba? Mas lalo mo ma-overcome tong sumunod. Kasi, na-overcome mo na yung nauna . Diba guys? I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Or may natututunan talaga kayo dito sa pinagsasabi ko. Nakaka-relate ba naman kayo? Just let us know guys. Ayun. If you want to feel more genuinely confident, you must accept the fundamental uncertainty of life. Life is very, very uncertain, guys. At ayun yung katotohanan. It is very uncertain. Mamaya kausap mo, baka bukas, diba? We're not so sure. Life is so uncertain. Ang daming nangyayari every minute, every second. Sobra. So, diba? Why worry? Why worry? Doon sa mga bagay na wala kang control. Ayun nga. There are simply some things that we can't control. There are some very bad outcomes that we simply can't prevent. Oo, nandyan yan. Part yan ng life natin. May mga bad, may mga goods, may mga bagay na hindi talaga natin nakokontrol. May mga purpose kung bakit natin nararanasan yung mga bagay na yan. And often, no amount of thinking and worrying will change that. Ayun yung tandaan natin. Instead of worrying, why not pray? Guys, diba? Especially if you believe talaga. If you have faith. Or if you're a type of person na may paniniwala or, diba? Sabihin na lang natin na may faith, may religion or something else. Diba? Why not pray? Why not pray? Or ikaw kung hindi ka naman talaga ganon naniniwala or you don't have anything to believe to beyond what is logic in life, kasi may mga ganon talaga sa atin, may mga tawag doon, may mga talagang need ma-explain by logic at hindi sila gaanong doon sa sa answer, kumbaga sa bagay na hindi naman nakikita. Yun nga, bagay na tinatawag na faith. Why not do something else? Diba? Why not do something else? Diba? Instead of worrying. Kasi hindi naman natin makokontrol yun eh. There are, yun nga, and often, no amount of thinking and worrying will change that. So kahit anong pag-iisip mo, hindi mo mababago yung sitwasyon na iniwan ka na niya. Ganon, de joke lang. Diba? Na may iba na siya. Ay, joke lang yun guys ah. Ayun, sabi dito may another quote na naman tayo from Roy T. Bennett. Or Benet. Ano ba yan? Benet. Ang sabi niya, instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create. Ayun. Imbis na mag-worry ka dun sa mga bagay na hindi mo naman nakokontrol, wala kang control, or wala kang magagawa talaga, why not create? Diba? Why not create something? Do something. Mag-podcast ka. Diba? Or mag-vlog ka. Diba? Shift your energy into creating something else. Kunyari ito, mag-podcast ka. Kasi masyado kang nagwo-worry, ganyan, hindi mo alam. May nakapakinig pala sa'yo na ay, nakaka-relate siya na sobra, ganyan. So, ayun, nakapag-exchange kayo ng thoughts. Nakapag-communicate ka pa na naging inspiration ka pa kasi hindi ka lang pala yung nakakaranas ng ganun. Diba? Yung specific situation mo sa life mo. Hindi lang pala ikaw. So, magandang avenue yan. Mag-vlog ka, paint, ano pa ba? Play video games. Yan, ganyan yung ginagawa ko. Talk to someone. Talk to your friends. Diba? After this pandemic, mag-travel ka. Or pumunta ka kung saan mo gusto. Diba? Do your goals. Shift your energy to what you can create, not to what you can't control. Yun lang guys. At lastly, ito na, last na tayo. Yan. Dito na tayo sa pang last. So medyo napapasarap tayo ng usapan no guys. Number 4. Ito yung pang-apat na habit na hindi mo alam na nakakapagpawala ng confidence mo. So ito, ruminating on the past. Ruminating. Ang sabi dito ni Cortana, ruminating, sabi, isa siyang verb na ibig sabihin ay thinking or think deeply about something. Ruminate. Synonymous siya sa think about, contemplate, considering, dwell on, yan, dwelling on, agonizing on, giving consideration, meditating too. Yun. Ayun. Ruminating on the past. You're dwelling. In other words, or in layman's term, in simple words, you are dwelling on the past. Past is past. Ang nakaraan ay nakaraan. Just like worry gives the illusion of control over the future, rumination, may bagong word tayong natutunan, rumination. R-U-M-I-N-A-T-I-O-N. Rumination. Siguro ito yung maduming nation. Hindi, joke lang. Rumination. Ayan, medyo nagiging seryoso kasi tayo. So, konting tawa. Rumination. Ayan. Rumination gives us a sense of false control over mistakes and losses in the past. In the past. Ay, nagdodwell ka sa past. Ikaw ba ito? Ikaw ba yan? May hindi ka makalimut-limutan. May hindi ka mabitaw-bitawan na hanggang ngayon. Grabe. Galit man yan or regrets, mga hindi mo nagawa, mga taong hindi mo kinausap, mga bagay na hindi mo nabili. You're dwelling in the past. And masama daw yun. Ruminating. You are losing confidence about the future by ruminating about the past or dwelling on the past. Unfortunately, it can also lead to self-criticism. Ayan na, dyan na pumapasok. Sine-self-criticize mo na yung sarili mo dahil sabihin mo, ang bobo ko, wala akong kwenta. Ganyan na yung sasabihin mo. Depression, madedepress ka na. And low self-esteem. Ayan ang total kabaliktaran ng confidence. Of course, reflecting on the past, including the mistakes and negative events, can be a helpful activity. Yan helpful activity siya. Pero when you intentionally make time to consider the past in a balanced and objective way. Ayun pala, walang pero. Ayun, healthy siya when you intentionally make time to consider the past in a balanced and objective way. It can often be a source of great relief and learning. So instead na mag-regret, you should learn from it. And alam mo na yung gagawin mo kapag nararanasan mo ulit or alam mo na may senyales ka na ay parang naranasan ko na to noon. So ayun na. You have a learning from the past. Hindi yung magdudwell ka doon. Gaya nga na sinabi ko, lahat ng sobra masama. So, if patuloy ka nagre-reminisce naman doon, nakakasama na. Diba? Healthy siya. healthy siya. Pwede siyang gawin once in a blue moon, once in a while, na titignan mo, kasi may kasabihan nga tayo, ang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan, hindi makakarating sa paroroonan. Tama yun. Pero kapag lagi ka lang nakalingon sa pinanggalingan mo, sa past mo, baka hindi mo na makikita yung future mo. Baka hindi mo na makita yung kung nasan ka ngayon. Baka hindi mo na makita what lies beyond or what lies in front of you. The bright future, diba? Hopeful future ahead of you. Dahil nakalingon ka na lang, diba? Nakalingon ka na lang sa may stiff neck ka na. Diba? Hindi ka na makalingon sa straightforward kasi from time to time binabalik-balikan mo. Ay, iniwan ka na pero titignan-tignan mo pa. Ay, hindi ka talaga malit ko, bes. Ganyan. Diba? But it's always too easy to end up dwelling on the past. Yan. So easy to end up dwelling and thinking about it in an unhelpful way. Ayun nga, that is called rumination. Mga example nyon, if you've ever found yourself replaying the same mistake over and over in your mind without learning anything new, that's rumination. Kapag pilit mong binabalikan yung past experience mo, past bad experience mo, pero wala ka naman naiisip na natutunan mo, you're dwelling in it. You're dwelling in it. Trust me, you're dwelling in it. And that's very bad. If you've ever found yourself obsessively imagining alternative histories and how could you have averted some tragedy or loss, that's rumination. If you've experienced bad things, tapos inisip mo kung ganito na lang kaya ang nangyari, kung ganito na lang sana, kung ganito na lang, kung pinuntang ko, kung sinabi ko ganyan. That's rumination and it's bad. It's bad. Another one, if you've ever found yourself missing out on good things in the present because you're stuck dwelling on negatives in the past, that's rumination. That's rumination. Ako, guilty na naman ako dito. Kasi I found myself missing out na dapat siguro nararanasan ko ngayon na okay. Siguro, yun nga, naisip ko na sana okay ako ngayon. Mas okay yung life ko siguro ngayon kung hindi ko ginawa yun noon, yung mga pagkakamali ko. Or kung hindi lang ako naging magagalitin, or kung hindi lang ako naging over sa mga tao. Diba? Overpowered, ganyan, or over familiar sa mga bagay. Kung hindi ko lang binili sana to, edi sana may ganito ako. Ganon. Lahat tayo guilty dyan sa ganyan. Minsan, niisip ko pa nga, sana hindi ko na lang sinabi. Or worst case scenario, sana hindi ko na lang nakilala. Mga ganon. Pero whoever comes in your life, may lesson dyan. May lesson na binibigay sa'yo. Whatever comes in your life, may lesson din. Diba? May lesson. May lesson tayo dyan, guys. Lahat ng nangyayari sa life natin, we have lessons. We have purpose. Bakit natin nararanasan yun? Even though minsan masakit. Even though minsan, feel like giving up. There's a lesson. There's lessons behind those things. And we will know kapag nalagpasan na natin yun. Diba? One of the many problems with getting into the habit of ruminating on the past mistakes is that it erodes your confidence in the future. Ano yung erosion? Diba sa science ng elementary tayong erosion daw is yung kapag may lupa, inagusan ng tubig, nagkakaroon ng pathway, so yung lupa, nagkaroon ng erosion, may nawawalang part. Ganun. Yung confidence natin nawawala, nagkakaroon ng erosion dahil sa mga ganun, sa ruminating. Diba? May natutunan naman tayong bagong word, guys. Ruminating. Dwelling in the past. And it's not good. A habit na hindi natin alam na meron tayo. Ngayon, naging aware tayo. Uy, rumination pala yung tawag doon. Sabi mo, may sasabihin ka na sa sa tropa mo or sa kakilala mo. Sabi mo, pre, don't ruminate on the past. Don't ruminate. Ang funny is ruminate. Ano yan? Kwarto? Hindi, ganun. Ano yan? Huwag kang magkaroon ng kwarto. Hindi, joke lang. Don't dwell on the past. Don't ruminate. Rumination. Yan na naman tayo sa mga daddy jokes natin. Mayan, guys. Ayun. And when you invest all your attention into yesterday, you have nothing left to invest into the day. Ini-invest mo yung attention mo sa nakaraan. Kaya wala ka nang nagawa today. Di ba? Natulog ka na lang kasi kakaisip, parang tinatamad ka, you feel lazy, pero ang totoo, isip ka lang ng isip. Wala ka na nagawa para sa today mo at para sa future mo dahil you keep on dwelling on the past. Ang pangit ng habit na yun, guys. Tanggalin na natin yan. This leads to a vicious, self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, vicious, self-fulfilling. Because you spent all your attention and energy ruminating on the past, you can't put as much into today. This leads to poor performance, which then becomes evidence to support your already low self-confidence. Mas lalo kang nade-deteriorate. Mas lalo kang nagkakaroon ng poor performance na you're losing confidence na sana meron ka para ma-overcome yun. Pero dahil nagdudwell ka, you're spending your time, your energy, kakaisip sa past. Past na yun. Mabilis. De, joke lang. Past na yun. Past is past. Yan na naman tayo sa daddy jokes natin. Ayun. Ano na, stop mo. Yeah? To stop wasting attention and energy with rumination. You must learn to accept and make peace with the past mistakes and loss. Maybe forgiveness yan. Nobody likes the feeling of helpless to fix mistakes. But pretending you can change them by ruminating on them obsessively isn't doing your confidence any favor. Maawa ka sa confidence mo. Diba? Maybe you just need forgiveness. Forgiveness sa sarili mo. Forgiveness sa taong nakasakit sa'yo. Forgiveness sa mga nasaktan mo. Think about it, guys. There's nothing much more precious or beautiful gift than to receive forgiveness and to give forgiveness as well. Yung may reconciliation, kung may pag-aaway mong naganap sa kaibigan mo, sa best friend mo, diba? Or kung may hindi ka nagawa sa family mo, sa mga co-workers mo, or minsan sa sarili mo, madalas pala sa sarili mo. Minsan patawarin mo yung sarili mo. Baka yun yung yun yung nagiging ugat lang. Hindi mo mapatawad yung sarili mo. You need to forgive yourself. Diba? If you ever need help about that, you can always talk to me, guys. Don't worry. Nagre-reply ako, I'm still a person. Hindi porket naririnig nila ako sa podcast tawa ako, totoong tawa ko guys. So yun, I'm sharing my feelings in this podcast. I'm sharing what my thoughts, what my perspective in life in this podcast. So maybe kailangan mo ng makakausap or kailangan mo ng someone to talk to recognize that, to help you in coping up in your forgiveness, ganyan. You can always talk to me. I'm not a professional blah blah blah. Pero guys, as a tao, may mga naranasan ako, may mga experience ako na I have learned a lot. So, yeah, we can always trust our experience in the past. But you should never dwell. I mean, you can always recognize and trust that, maging lesson yun. But don't dwell. Forgive yourself. Forgive someone else. Forgive. Accept that you are helpless to change the past. And you will have an easier time letting go of your tendency to dwell on the past. Let go. And when you do that, your confidence is sure to rise. You will have more confidence. You will fly like an eagle. Sinasabi ko sa iyo, guys. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, mga ka-alien. Ka-alien talaga. Ayun, I hope may mga natututunan kayo dito. Lastly, may last quote tayo for this topic. My happiness grows in direct proportion to my acceptance and in inverse proportion to my expectations. By Michael J. Fox. So, ang ibig sabihin nun, expect less, do more. Diba? Accept more. Yun lang guys. So ulit yun? Yung mga habit na dapat nating iwasan? Recap tayo. Una, trusting your feelings. Alisin mo na yan, yung feelings na yan. Hindi makakabuti yan. Pangalawa, people pleasing. Nagiging people pleaser ka ba? Pangatlo, worrying about the future. Nag-worry ka about the future. And pang-apat, you dwelling on the past or you ruminating on the past. Diba? Yun lang guys. Ayun yung maiiwan ko sa inyo ngayon. Just let me know sa Twitter kung ano yung mga natutunan nyo and kung nakarelate kayo, kung may kwento kayo about this, kung may mga tanong kayo, kung meron kayong reaction, suggestion, ganyan. To feel more confident, itong iwan ko sa inyo. To feel more confident, focus on identifying and undoing the habits in your life that are killing your confidence. Ito na nga, stop trusting your feelings. Stop people pleasing. Stop worrying about the future. And stop ruminating on the past. Ayun lang guys. So I hope pinatutunan kayo. Just let me know. Muli, ako ang inyong lingkod, si Paul. Nagsasabi sa inyo na don't dwell on the past. Let it go, let it go. Don't. Kanta. Yan. Pero totoo yung kanta na yan. Let it go, let it go. Yan. The cold never bothered you. Yeah. The past, ano yan? I'm never going back. The past is in my back. Parang ganun. Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko bisa ating kanta. Pero ganun. So, I hope you're having a good day. You're being more confident na after listening to this. And of course, if you know someone na alam nilang kailangan nila mapakinggan to, or you just wanted to share this with your friends or family, please do so. That's the least you can do, guys. And it will help us a lot to create more like this, to be, to be, nakaka-boost din kasi ng confidence yun kapag may mga alam mong taong sumusuporta sa'yo. So, don't forget to say hi. Hi sa ating social media. We're always there. And salamat ulit. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.